Reese started with, "I'm heartbroken. I'm literally lost for words, knowing what this woman meant to me in such a pivotal point in my life. She was the only person," which is interesting since she's been coached before. We also have talked, even on this channel, about Angel's very dramatic response to that. And unfortunately, it seems like, according to some new reports, that relationship cost her job.
What if I told you that one player could single-handedly tank an entire team's season? That's exactly what the Chicago Sky is saying about Angel Reese. They're not just mad, they're suing her.
She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Couple of words, I would have been fine with it. She's embraced the villain. She understands social media. She's done quite well. But her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark.
But why? What could Angel have done that was so bad? It's a wild story of steroids, lies, and a whole lot of drama. And trust me, you're gonna want to hear every juicy detail. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It makes such a huge difference to us. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when Angel Reese was the talk of college basketball? She was a force of nature, averaging over 23 points and 15 rebounds per game. Everyone thought she was going to take the WNBA by storm. Draft day came and the hype was real. Analysts were calling her a future superstar, a game changer for the Chicago Sky. But then the season started and things got weird. You know how sometimes reality doesn't match up with expectations? That's exactly what happened with Angel Reese's rookie season. Instead of dominating like she did in college, she's been struggling big time. We're talking an average of just 11.5 points and 9.2 rebounds per game. That's less than half of what she was putting up in college. Now, you might be thinking, maybe Reese is just focusing on other parts of her game. Nope. Her shooting percentage is a measly 41.8%. That means she's missing more shots than she's making. Fans and analysts are not happy. One fan even said, "It's like watching someone try to clean a spill with a dirty rag. Sad and embarrassing. Ouch." But it gets worse. Some people are accusing Reese of stat padding. That's when a player tries to make their stats look better by doing things that don't actually help the team win. In Reese's case, they're saying she's grabbing her own missed shots just to boost her rebounding numbers. That's not the kind of thing you want to be known for in your rookie season. So what's going on behind the scenes? Why is Angel Reese struggling so much? Some experts think it's the pressure. When you come into the league with as much hype as Reese did, everyone expects you to be amazing right away, but the WNBA is a whole different level of competition. It's not easy to just step in and dominate like you did in college. And you know what's really wild? Some people are saying that Reese is so focused on trying to match the success of players like Caitlin Clark. She's getting caught up in drama instead of improving her game. It's like she's trying so hard to be a star off the court that she's forgetting to be one on the court. Just when you thought Reese's rookie season couldn't get any more tumultuous, the real storm was about to hit. What if her performance issues weren't just about adapting to the pro game? The truth was about to come out, and it would change everything we thought we knew about Angel Reese. Boom! The news hit like a thunderbolt. Angel Reese tested positive. But for what? This wasn't just a failed drug test. It was a full-blown scandal that rocked the WNBA to its core. You see, the WNBA doesn't mess around when it comes to drugs. They've got random tests throughout the season, and if you get caught, you're in big trouble. So what exactly did they find in Reese's system? Brace yourself, because it's not just one thing. We're talking EPO and anabolic steroids. EPO, that's the stuff that boosts your stamina and pumps up your red blood cell count. And anabolic steroids? They're all about building muscle and recovering faster. It's like Reese was trying to create a superhuman version of herself. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how much of a difference do these drugs really make? Let me break it down for you. EPO is like giving your body a turbo boost. It helps you carry more oxygen in your blood, so you can run faster and play longer without getting tired. And those steroids, they're turning Reese into a human wrecking ball, making her stronger and helping her bounce back from injuries quicker. The WNBA officials didn't hold back. They slapped Reese with a suspension faster than you can say performance-enhancing drugs. And her team, the Chicago Sky management, was furious. They released a statement saying Reese's actions didn't just break the rules, they crushed team morale and messed up their whole season. But here's where it gets even crazier. The Chicago Sky isn't just mad. They're taking Reese to court. That's right, they're suing their own player. Why? Because they feel like Reese's drug use didn't just hurt her reputation, it damaged the entire team's performance and image. We're talking about potential lost sponsorships, ticket sales, and who knows what else. As the legal drama unfolded, Reese made a desperate play to save herself. She uttered 5 words that would change everything. It wasn't my idea, but whose idea was it? The answer would send shockwaves through the WNBA and leave one person's career in ruins. Let's talk about Coach Teresa Weatherspoon. She's not just any coach. This woman was a WNBA legend as a player, and she was making waves as a coach too. She even coached for the New Orleans Pelicans in the NBA. Everyone thought she was gonna take the Chicago Sky to new heights. But then Angel Reese came along and everything went sideways. So here's what happened. Reese, backed into a corner with this whole steroid scandal, decided to point the finger at Coach Weatherspoon. Can you believe it? She basically said, hey, it wasn't my fault. The coach made me do it. Talk about throwing someone under the bus. Now you might be thinking, why would a coach tell a player to use steroids? Well, that's where things get even crazier. According to Reese, the team's whole strategy was built around her. She claimed Weatherspoon was so obsessed with making her the star that she pushed her to use performance-enhancing drugs to live up to the hype. This accusation hit the WNBA like a tornado. Other players were shocked. One teammate who wanted to stay anonymous said, I can't believe she'd say that about Coach. We all knew the plays were designed for Angel, but this is next level. WNBA insiders were buzzing too, with one analyst saying, if this is true, it's not just Reese's career on the line, it's Weatherspoon's entire legacy. But here's the thing, by trying to save herself, Reese might have just made everything worse. The Chicago Sky management was furious. They had to do damage control fast. And you know what happens when a team has to choose between a rookie causing drama and a respected coach? Yeah, it's not pretty. So what do you think happened next? Did the Sky stand by their coach, or did they cave to the pressure? Well, I'll tell you this, someone's career went up in flames, and it wasn't Angel Reese's, at least not yet. While one career was burning, another was about to be set ablaze by public opinion. Angel Reese stepped onto the WNBA court as a celebrated rookie, but something changed. What transformed this rising star into the league's new villain, and can she ever recover her image? You know how fast things can change in sports. 1 minute you're on top of the world, the next you're public enemy number 1. That's exactly what happened to Angel Reese. Back in college, she was the queen of the court. Fans loved her, analysts praised her, and everyone thought she was going to be the next big thing in the WNBA. But now, it's like she's become the basketball version of a WWE heel. So what happened? It all started with a little trash talk that went way too far. Remember that game against Caitlin Clark? Reese thought she was just having some fun on the court, but fans saw it differently. They called her unsportsmanlike, arrogant, even a bully. And you know how social media is. Once people start piling on, it's hard to stop. But it wasn't just that one incident. Reese kept making waves on and off the court. There was that flagrant foul against Clark that she brushed off as just basketball. Then she started talking about how she and Clark were changing the game. But fans weren't buying it. They saw Clark breaking records while Reese was breaking rules. The backlash was intense. One fan tweeted, Angel Reese is trying to ride Caitlin Clark's coattails all the way to relevance. Ouch. Another said, she talks like she's the GOAT, but plays like she's the scapegoat. Double ouch. It's like every time Reese opened her mouth, she dug herself deeper into a hole. And you know what's crazy? This kind of thing has happened before in sports. Remember when Reggie Miller became the NBA's biggest villain? Or when Richard Sherman's trash talk made him the bad boy of the NFL? It's like there's always room for a new sports villain, and Reese accidentally volunteered for the job. So how did Reese respond to all this hate? Well, that's the million-dollar question. Some people thought she'd apologize, try to make things right. Others figured she'd double down, embrace the villain role. But what she actually did, that's a whole other story. You want to know the craziest part? The media played a huge role in all of this. They took every little thing Reese said or did and blew it up. Every eye roll, every comment, every social media post became headline news. It's like they decided Angel Reese was going to be the WNBA's new villain, whether she liked it or not. So what's next for Angel Reese? Her WNBA WNBA career has gone from superstar potential to total disaster in record time. We've seen the stats, the steroids, the drama with her coach, and now she's the league's biggest villain. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. Here's the million-dollar question: can Reese bounce back from all this? Some experts think she might have a shot at redemption if she can clean up her act and focus on her game. Others say her WNBA dream is pretty much toast after all this drama. What do you think? Is Angel Reese's career over before it really began, or does she have a chance to turn things around? Let me know in the comments.